Hello everybody and welcome back to another Jake's RC Stuff video, and as you can tell today we're going to be assembling the Watt 4 Mark II Plus Foam E. There's a picture of it all like when it's finished. A fun sort of sport plane, stick a bit of tail weight on the back, sort of out of the box is a bit trainer-ish the way they have it set up. There is actually a slot in the tail where you can add some extra weight and make it a bit more fun. And I've seen these fly and they're a lot of fun, and it's sort of like a fun model. I actually learned to fly originally many moons ago on a Mark III Watt 4 kit that I built with my dad. But what I'm going to do is actually skip more or less to the back of the rather good Ripmax instructions, and we're going to install these stickers first of all. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if I can not cock it up royally. Okay, so with the stickers applied, more or less okay. Wasn't too hard. They're a bit strange to do. Next is I have removed the crapola Deans that come on these. I'm just going to solder is the word I'm looking for. Solder on the connectors to meet my 21, so it's just regular 3.5mm bullets. Onwards with soldering iron. Okay, so soldering is done for now. Next step is, according to the manual, to clip this onto here, which it does sort of just clip on, and then you have to fit the tail wheel, which comes in a little square box in the corner of the actual box it comes in, so don't lose this. So I just need to, this bit clips on like that, and then once that bit's clipped together it just sort of all slots in like that. So onwards. Okay, so the tail is attached. What I would say is to sort of, there's about a page of instructions on how to put it together. I would just sort of combine everything into one. Make sure that the elevator and the rudder are both connected up before you put it in. The elevator one is actually loose, so you can pull it out quite a far away, and it sort of connects in there. It's a real weird setup. But yeah, once it's connected, slide it back. You sort of slide it this way, but you need to make sure that this rod goes back through the servo swivel. Okay, and then the longest bolt in your packet of bolts goes in there. Make sure you do it all the way tight. And then you've also got the smallest of these self tappers. This goes in there, in that hole there, just to clip onto the rudder. And then from there, moving on to bolting the undercarriage on. Okay, and this is where the sort of video of stuff finishes. In terms of screwing the undercarriage on, you've just got from there 2 self-tappers left. They screw in, they are a bit of a challenge. Make sure you get them in straight. And then last but not least is just to use the one remaining bolt, proper bolt, to screw the wing on. Comes with a wire lead for ailerons in the kit. I'm using mine separately so I can mix them if needed. A little bit of sub-trim here and there. Actually no sub-trim at all on this, because you can change the elevator and the rudder, and ailerons were actually quite well lined up. I'm going for, if I remember the rates correctly, 50, 7500 on the ailerons with 20, 25 and 30% expo, and 50 and 100 on the elevator and rudder for dual rates, and 20 and 30% for expo on that. Ailerons are probably going to be a bit lackluster at those rates, but they're just sort of our starting rate. They are listed in the book, it's just that it's not listed as percentages. Some will say like, oh, set it to a certain percentage on your radio. It's a lot easier to do that way. But it's a lot harder to sort of measure movement with these. You need sort of like 3 hands or something like one of the little clip-on measurement devices, like we used to get with AeroWorks kits. But when it's a foam model, you don't want to use that because it squidges the foam, and the servos may not be the strongest. Something I've also done since I finished the build is actually I've put Blenderm sort of along the leading edges of everything, so down the front of the fin and on the leading edge of both the wing and the tail, both to keep the stickers down and to sort of absorb any small knocks that have occurred. One thing you will notice if you get one of these is the fact that you can really sort of see in the wing where all the different ribs and bits of strengthening are, especially compared to the Mark II original before they did the plus and put extra carbon and changed it to the yellow, orange and red colour scheme. But it looks nice. I decided to put my sticker for the 4-bit directly in the middle. As you can see, stickers are relatively easy. What I will say, if you're putting Blenderm on, is that the Blenderm will remove the stickers if you try and pull it off, so put the Blenderm on correctly first time. As for C of G, it's roughly about right. If anything, it is slightly tail heavy at the moment. I just chucked the battery in. It's not velcroed in, to be honest with you. It can move about an inch, or less than an inch, so you should be alright. Again, this model will be great for a first plane if you're learning to fly with somebody, as in you're using buddy boxing or a trainer lead or whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. It's a great first model for that. If you're learning yourself, I'd probably say no. Get something like a Bixler or an AXN first, although the Bixler and the AXN are no longer made, which is sad. But yeah, if you're learning to fly, our club recommends the Foamy Watt 4 now. It's our go-to model to recommend if you want to do the buddy box training style with it. But as I say, if you're learning on your own, probably not the best first model. What's great with these is compared to a dedicated trainer, you just turn the rates up and it turns into a fun general larkabout model. And yeah, so we'll see what it flies like.